Hello good friend, you're sitting somewhere in a public space, perhaps even enjoying your favorite cup of beverage, and out of the clear blue sky, two homicidal cats that apparently took it upon themselves to consume an outrageous amount of steroid come at each other, namely the tiger and the lion. What if they come across and both are fully determined to wipe the proverbial floor with the other? Who do you think would win that confrontation? If you've ever been wondering about that, then my good friend, rest assured that your twisted mind isn't alone. As a matter of fact, I'm here to answer that question for you out of sheer kindness, or as a concerted effort to make you watch a random video to the very end. Who knows? Anyhow, let's dive in. The lion is a 500-pound, brolic, murderous monstrosity incarnated in a body that is, for all intent and purposes, designed to threaten the physical safety and mental sanity of everyone in its neighborhood. An outrageously muscular arm so strong that one swipe can split wide open the back of large, powerful mammals like wildebeests, making it by default the world's most unethical chiropractor. A versatile set of razor-sharp teeth begging to find consolation in someone's skull and delivering a bone-crushing 800-pound per square pressure on it. One of the strongest bites in the animal world. Getting caught in it will make you immediately reconsider your priorities. The lion lives in a harsh, desolate, merciless environment, the African savanna. You will find it demonstrably true that loving the neighbor doesn't really apply there. A place where predators are one jumble of psychotic bastards, and the food is no pushover either. Among others, the buffalo, an 800-pound, short-tempered, oversized cattle with the skills and determination to jam its horn in all the wrong places. The gazelle, a lean-looking mammal, in flawless reincarnation of physical fitness, it is extremely unwilling to be turned into food. It will run so fast for its life, only leaving behind empty stomachs and a sharp sense of desperation. Titanesque monstrosities like elephants and hippos are off the grocery list for obvious reasons. In other words, the food of the savanna is all about power and speed. Apart from that, lions face an even greater danger in their environment, their fellow lions. Living in a rigid hierarchy system as the head of the lion clan, you live under the constant threat of an ambitious male pulling at your door, like a mailman whose services were never requested, never wanted. It will gently ask you to retire, gently in this context, of course, meaning to say that it will utilize its jaws and claws as an accessory of rampant murder before the fact, during the fact, and after the fact. Enough soft peddling, it will kill you. And as you watch with horror from the afterlife, to your disbelief, the females of the clan, your trusted lovers with whom you shared so many fond memories, have welcomed your assassin with arms wide open about 5 seconds after he also sent all of your cubs to heaven as a proverbial middle finger to the continuation of your bloodline. However, this hostile environment is also the reason why lions grow up to become formidable and dangerous adversaries. They're strong, aggressive, and capable of taking down massive prey like full-grown buffaloes. As a coalition, they gather the courage to hunt down the biggest threats in the savanna, even hippos and elephants at times. Lions' favorite hunting approach is a surprise attack by hiding behind bushes. And there you are, sitting there, thinking, wow, what a nice bush. Only to have a steroid-fed, psychotic feline jumping at you with the determination of a crackhead, biting your neck, and not in the tender fashion that people of good taste will often appreciate, but in an uncomfortable, vicious manner that would put your soul on airplane mode. Another testimony of their dominance in their environment is that they shamelessly steal prey from other dangerous carnivores like hyenas and wild dogs who work hard for their daily breads, only to have an entitled psychopath swooping in at the last moment and collecting taxes with the administrative sophistication of the IRS. The tiger is another big feline. This one is located far away from the king of the jungle but sharing the same proclivities towards reprehensible neighborly conduct. They are big, very big, much bigger than anyone's mental sanity is willing to accommodate. Tigers are one of the species known as apex predators. This basically means that they have no natural predators in their ecosystem. They, however, are everyone's natural predators, making them the incontestable ruler of the territory they live in. Although it can be absolutely argued that they did not earn that title through the proper application of democratic values, they do have the merit of granting everyone an egalitarian access to death. If you are an animal in its habitat, your size will not grant you guaranteed immunity from being turned into a 3-meal course. Even if you happen to be a moose or an Indian gore or even a bear, they can exercise such tyranny and dominance not only because of their massive muscular body but also because they have the full confidence to get the job done. Tigers believe in themselves. Genuine belief, not the misguided sense of self-aggrandizing bullshit inspired by a random motivational speaker found in the most desolate corners of the internet. Real and corruptible belief, and why wouldn't they, when every single fiber of their bodies were carefully designed to kill, and this for generations. You see, the tiger is a proud descendant of his great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. He was known in the neighborhood as Saber-Toothed Tiger, Saber for close friends. Reports have it that he was rather short-tempered and possessed absurdly long teeth, used both for ornamental purposes and as an accessory for lunatic homicidal rampage. The modern tiger inherited from the mindset of those top-tier predators who used to run the prehistoric streets for millions of years. They have exceptional and diverse athletic skill sets. Their strong body allows a vertical jump of 12 feet over the air. Just imagine yourself riding on elephant back, feeling the comforting safety of altitude to the greatest extent, only to see from afar this raging, striped, feline nonsense, dismissing the laws of gravity in the sole purpose of relieving you of your vital organs. Aside from its top-tier physical capabilities, the tiger also happens to be the most intelligent among the big cat family, by far. But rather than putting its intellectual acumen in service of greater academic aspirations like anthropology or computer science, the tiger uses it for the sole purpose of constructing elaborate traps for prey to bungle into. For instance, it can use its wide range of vocalization to imitate other animal sounds to lure the victims into a false sense of security. So if you happen to be a prey in the forest, you may hear a sound exactly like that of your friend, so you go, oh, this is James. But this is not James, this is the manifestation of death, reincarnated into a striped bodybuilding cat throwing your corpse on Mother Earth, with a force that will make you feel as if the sum of the entire world had conspired against you in a coordinated effort to pin you down on the ground, after which your nutritional values will be explored in great length. Now that we've made a brief summary of their respective capabilities, it's time to decide who would win in a deathmatch. Here are a set of advantages that lions have over tigers. The experience. As stated before, the African savanna is generous in its capacity to make life as hard as possible for lions. They have to fight all the time with anything and anyone. That's how they get to be the leader of the pack and stay the leader of the pack, by fighting again and again against other males, food and foes. That's the rule of the game, fighting. They also have an advantage in terms of defense. Their thick mane provides an additional layer of protection against tigers who practically can't resist the urge to go for the neck. The advantage of the tiger is that, well, it is a tiger. It is bigger than the lion, more muscular than the lion, more athletic than the lion, an arm that can apply a pressure of 12,000 pounds. A slap from it would be a major life-changing event for anyone that comes across it. Ask that lion from Nkarezu in 2011 who got its jugular wide open like a tin can by one swipe of a tiger. He might even attest to the ineffectiveness of its supposed protective mane, had he been granted the ability to testify without its throat and its neck. Although there are records of tigers losing to lions, in most cases in a confrontation, the tiger would win.